brilliant relationship with the PCSOs. I can't speak more highly of them people. They are absolutely brilliant for our area. I mean, they're friendly, approachable, helpful, and it's the nearest we're ever going to get to the traditional body on the beat, because everyone around here knows their names, knows who they are, and when they come about you can sense like the atmosphere changing. I mean, even though the kids know, like the youngsters know they're powerless, so to speak, compared to the regular police, but if they're doing something wrong they stop.
And what are the typical duties that PCSOs perform around the Grays Riverside area?
Typical duties really are sort of mainly crime prevention and sort of putting people's minds at rest. I mean, it's the more personal touch to the police compared to the regulars. I mean, my first ever dealings with the PCSOs was New Year's Eve a few years ago, and we had a lady who was being continually harassed by youngsters and youths on the estate, and every time she called the police out, a different regular policeman had come round and it was ask all the questions, but by the time he got there the kids had gone, so he couldn't do nothing really. And I met this lady on New Year's Eve. I explained the situation to her. She said, right, I'm off for a couple of days, I'll come back on Wednesday, I'll find out all I can about this case from everyone I can speak to, and I'll come and I'll spend a few hours with you on Wednesday. We're waiting, and if the kids do come, I can see them. And Wednesday come, and she come back and she stayed there, she had a few coffees with the lady, and she went back every day to pop in for a couple of hours, see how she was doing. And she really put this lady's mind at rest. And when I went around and see the lady again myself a few weeks later, you could see her from hunched up and stressed up and all cramped up to more relaxed.
And do you sometimes see them off duty as well?
Yeah, sometimes they come out and help at our events and that, because we had a barbecue to open the community house up and that, and we have like tea and toast on Friday mornings and that. And if they're off duty and they're not doing nothing, they come up and they'll willingly give us a hand. Which
some people would say that that would be hardly ever happened in the time of the ordinary, regular police. So it is a value-added thing that the PCSOs do.
Oh, very much so. I mean, like, this is not a dig at the regular police, because they're obviously busy dealing with like crimes and that. When I was speaking to a policeman the other day, and all they're really concerned about is catching criminals. And like with the PCSOs, they've got that extra bit of time to actually spend and give it a more personal touch.
So what concerns do you have that the council are considering their funding, the amount of funding they put in for the PCSOs?
Oh, very concerned. As I said earlier, when the PCSOs are about, they come back on the estate, the whole area changes. And there's still bits of like antisocial behaviour etc. on the estate, but when the PCSOs are about, there's hardly any, because the kids stop.
Do you think the council, that one of the dangers could be they might change the role of PCSOs?
That is my big fear. I mean, before the PCSOs started, we had things called the street wardens. And when they first started, they were doing a similar role to the PCSOs, but they were thoroughly council employed. Then after a few years, their roles changed. They become basically litter pickers and like car attendants. And that's my big fear, if the council get more control and demand what the PCSO's got to do.